all, I am thanking to Ayurveda Pharmacy and especially Dr. Ramanohar sir for giving this opportunity. This is basically my PhD thesis. I worked on Kerala's Ashtavadyas. So some of the points I am discussing here. Healers in the context of culture, the Ashtavadya tradition of Kerala. Introduction, that is the relationship between medicine and culture. The Ashtavadyas of Kerala, they are the Kerala Nambudiri Brahmins. The Ashtavadya system of healing, a combination of medicine and culture. Basically, I look the Ashtavadya therapy or Ashtavadya healing not from a medical point of view, not from the Ayurvedic point of view, but it is from the anthropological point of view, how the impact of culture in this particular healing procedure. The main objectives of the study to find out the religious basis of Ashtavadya healing therapy. Second is to find out the relationship between culture and healing, and to find out the influence of Ashtavadya system of medicine, especially in Kerala Ayurveda. Because of the nature of this study, I mainly use the qualitative research techniques. Because I didn't go for the quantitative techniques, in-depth interviews are used and participant observations. In this study, I am participant observation in the sense that mainly with the senior Ashtavadyas, those who have did their education through the Gurukula system of method. The field areas are Paranalipur Taikar, Ilayat Taikar, Chirataman Illam, Vaidyamadam and Pulamandol Illam. The major findings are Ashtavadya system of healing more than a therapy. How it is more than a therapy? The Ashtavadyam, it is a Ashtanga Hridayam based healing. The Vagvadas Ashtanga Hridayam based healing. The process of making Vaidya, how the person, a biological person or a man is making into a Vaidya. In this process, the importance of Bhajanam we can see. After learning Ashtanga Hridayam, the Vaidyas have a particular period of time they are dedicated for their Bhajanam. That is a strict period. In that particular period, they are taking food from their family deity and they are not that much close with the family members. So Bhajanam is a very important factor in the Vaidya's life. And worship of Lord Dhanvantari, the divine presider over healing and recuperation. And Ashtavadya system of medicine, its major contribution to Kerala Ayurveda. This healing is based on Yukti and Upasana. Upasana in the sense that the Dhanvantari Murti, their family deity, has a powerful influence in their healing procedure. And the Kottakkal Ayurveda Shala, one of the famous Ayurvedic pharmaceutical industry from Kerala now, it has a relation with Kuttanjeri Moose, because the founder of the Kottakkal Ayurveda Shala learned the Ayurvedic techniques from the Kuttanjeri Moose. And this Ashtavadya system of medicine mainly using the natural sources, especially the Kerala Ayurveda and the Ashtavadya system of healing, they are mainly using the natural sources. So ecological based therapy, this is. My conclusion is healing is more than a biological entity. Socio-cultural factors having a prominent role in indigenous medical practices. And Ashtavadya therapy, Kerala's indigenous therapy based on its indigenous culture. Here I want to acknowledge all the Ashtavadya families. I am very happy that one of the Ashtavadya family, I am presenting Nambi family, Alattur Nambi family sitting here in front of them. I got a chance to present this paper. So I am expressing my gratitude for the Ashtavadya family, not only the senior Ashtavadya and their family members also, because during my field work, they are very cooperative with me. And Jawaharlal Nehru University, New Delhi, my PhD supervisor, Dr. Amit Kumar Sharma, Dr. Ramanohar, and last not by least, I am expressing my gratitude to Brahmadatta Nambudiri and Vimala Andarjanam from Ollanur Mana, Thrissur district, Kerala. Before concluding, I want to read some of the lines from lectures from Ayurveda published by Ayurveda Shala, the article by K. Padikar. I am reading one sentence. In Kerala, for instance, the practice of Ayurveda was not limited to the Ashtavadyas, the 8 upper caste families and their disciples. So, this is not the first time I am reading these 8 families. Almost all the academics, journals and other texts are saying that Ashtavadyas are the 8 families. But Kerala Ashtavadyas, they are not the 8 families. They are 18 families, 18 families. They are specialized in the 8 branches of Ayurveda. That means Ashtangas of Ayurveda. That is why they got the name of Ashtavadyas. Their original name was Ashtanga Vaidyans, that shortened into Ashtavaidya. So I want to clear that point also. This is my presentation.
Can I ask you this question? Jawaharlal Nehru was the foremost atheist in his country. He was the foremost atheist in his country. Would you say that your department follows his tradition? Does your department follow that tradition? Does it promote secularism, humanism, and stand basically against traditional culture?
No sir, secularism is not against the traditional values. If traditional values is basically depend upon the culture. For example, take the example of Ashtavaidya healing system of Kerala. It is very much related with the Kerala's indigenous culture. From that indigenous culture only, the Kerala secularism also developed, I can say. Because Ashtavadyas used to give medical education to all the students, not on the basis of caste. Even though Ashtavadyas belongs to Kerala Nambudiri Brahmins, they don't have the privilege of Kerala Nambudiris. Because of practicing the medicine, they are treating a substrata of the Nambudiri caste itself. But after 90s, after the globalization, we can see the changes in the caste system in Ashtavaidya families also. I am not going the details. I am telling the secularism in our country, and my department, it is allowing to do this particular kind of topic. I got all the support from...
You're quite right. The Nambudiri Ashtavadyas were in a caste by themselves. Because they had to come into contact with other classes, they were treated as unclean by the rest of the Nambudiris, and they were only able to intermarry among Ashtavaidya families. That is quite true. But I'm merely asking, for instance, are you aware of the healing power of, for example, the Agnihotra ceremony? Are you aware of the Bhopal statistics on Agnihotra and the families that survived the Bhopal disaster? These things show that actually the traditional cultures are not just influencing placebo effect. The implications of the title of your talk is that being a Nambudiri Brahmin, practicing Ashtavaidya among believing Keralites, is principally a placebo effect. That was the tenet that I understood you to be presenting. That's why I've asked these questions. Are you aware of the Vedic procedures which have infinite healing power, which cannot be placebo? Your attitude says no. That's good.
Because as per my knowledge, as per my field investigation, I can say that Ashtavaidya is not allowed to inside the Yagashalas. Only the Vaidya Madam has having the authority to go into the Yagashala. He is considered, Vaidya Madam family is considered as the Yaga Vaidyan. All other Ashtavaidyas are not able to, and they are not having the...
The two things weren't associated in that way. There was no connection in the way I was asking the question.
I was asking is actually the Agnihotri, their function is so much related to the Ashtavadyas. And even I know, that's right. Now, what I will ask another question. You are telling Kerala Ayurveda and Kerala Ayurveda many times. What is the importance, or what context you are telling Kerala Ayurveda?
Kerala Ayurveda, in the sense I am using all the subaltern medicine, all the medicine, Irava medicine also very prominent in Kerala. All the indigenous Ayurvedic practitioners are used the term by Kerala Ayurveda. But in that particular Kerala Ayurveda also, we can see the good influence, a great influence of the Ashtavedya families. Take the example of the Vaiskara moves from the Kottayam district. Lots of Christian Ayurvedic practitioners got Ayurvedic education from that particular family. In Francis Zimmerman's work, he is also describing some of that examples. Especially in the southern part of Kerala, we can see. And some of the Iravas also. I am not telling, Irava medicine also very prominent, the subaltern medicine also prominent. But this particular Ashtavedya therapy or Ashtavedya healing system has a very much foundation stone in the Kerala Ayurvedic system of medicine or Kerala Ayurvedic healing. The main thing is they are very bound to the medical practices because the strict education procedure. Because in my study I am mainly my interview is mainly dealing with the senior Ashtavedya. The process I already discussed, the process by which the biological man or a normal man turned into a Ashtavedya. It is not the simple procedure like the college education. I am not substandarding the formal education that we are following. I am also a product of the formal education. But the strict procedure and the strict clinical methods, and I use the term bhajanam, and the value or the role of upasana is very much important in their healing therapy.
I want to give you some suggestions. I think the topic that has been taken by postdoc fellow like you is really very interesting because whenever Ayurveda is discussed, people talk about proving that Ayurveda works and is safe. That's the paradigm. You are now trying to look at the cultural relationship and all that. I think your presentation, you saved a lot of time out of 9 minutes. I would have been very happy if you had shown more information on the methodology that you adopted in studying the Ashtavedyan and their healing techniques and methods and how did you study the role of culture, the role of Kerala type of living, the role of socio-economic condition and what is the role and how you found the impact of Ashtavedyan in the healing process. I would have been more happy if you had shown more on methodology and data. You straight jump to conclusion. I like. It's like a newspaper article. The headline tells you everything.
No, sir, it's not because of
no, I'm not criticizing you. Please, I'm giving you a positive suggestion.
Yes, please, sir.
Any research presentation you can give the findings up front, but I think you should always follow it up immediately with methodology and the objectiveness of that methodology and some data, and then come to whatever inferences. In a study like yours, I think the word conclusion is not correct, because that is the perspective that you as an individual researcher have got, and it may not be agreed by him or me. Because when I look at the same data, because this is more study on culture, interaction, and I would have been very happy if you had shown what is the impact that the Ashtavedyan method of healing has given to Kerala people in comparison to the other Ayurvedic treatment. So it is just a suggestion.
Okay, sir.
I'm sure it must have been done in your project report,
Yes,
but please
sure.
bring out some of them. Otherwise, I would say your presentation is a bit incomplete.
Okay.